Hi, this is Mrs. McTaggart. In this video we're looking at profit and loss, but this time the questions are asking us to write our profit and loss as a percentage based on the original amount. Now I've done a similar video before just called expressing as a percentage, but this is just solely focused on profit and loss. And there is an easier profit and loss video before this one that's not bringing percentages into it. Let's have a look at some examples. So here is a kind of formula that is a way to remember how to do this. So anytime you're asked to express something as a profit or as a profit or loss as a percentage, you have to ask yourself, what was the profit or loss? I.e., what was the change in value? You divide that by the original amount, that's what you paid for the item. And then to turn it into a percentage, you times it by 100. Now you might not need to do the times it by 100 bit, because if I'm not using a calculator, it might become a fraction that's recognisable as a percentage. Or if I'm using a calculator, I might have to do the times by 100 bit. Or you might actually be able to look at a decimal and go, I know that decimal is a percentage. So it's a general kind of formula that just helps you remember the method. The important bit is this change in value over the original value, and that's what we're going to be doing through examples. Let's have a look then. Number one. John bought a car for £1,000 and he resold it for £800. So, did he make a loss? Obviously he did. He sold it for less than he paid. So my first question is, how much did he lose? Well, he clearly lost £200 on this car. Not a huge deal. He only paid £1,000. He's only lost £200 on it. Not the end of the world. We have to express his loss as a percentage. So we have to express that £200 as a percentage of what he paid. So the change in value would be £200. That's what he's lost. The original is the 1,000 he paid for it. And then we would times by 100. But I'm not going to do that because I'm not allowed to calculate in this one. So we're going to simplify this fraction down. Well, straight away I'm going to take off 2 zeros, which leaves us with 2 over 10. Now 2 over 10, in fact, why did I take off 2 zeros? I only needed to take off 1 zero for each of those ones there. Let's go back again and look at that again. Take off a 0, that's 20 out of 100. That's 20%. But where I was going there, it was going down to 2 over 10, 1 over 5. Do you recognise a fifth as 20%? Hopefully you should. So he lost 20% of what he paid for it. Let's look at another one. Some Kim's buying Easter eggs. I think I remember when I was delivering this lesson, it was at Easter. So Kim bought 10 Easter eggs for £40. She sold them for £5.50 each. Did she make a profit? So 10 Easter eggs at £5.50 gives us, multiplying by 10, is £55. So yeah, she did make a profit. She made a profit of £15. Because she only paid 40 away from 55, leaves a profit of 15. So part B, as a percentage, that would be 15 out of 40. Let's simplify that down. 15 out of 40 gives me 5 times table, gives me 3 out of 8. Now, if you know 1/8, I know 1/8 is 12.5%. Because 100 divided by 8 is half it, half it, half it. So 50, 25, 12.5. So if 1/8 is 12.5%, we need to multiply that by 3 to get 3/8, which gives us 37.5%. Now, if you had a calculator, you would do this very differently. You would do 15 divided by 40, and then times your answer by 100. So my next example is definitely a calculator one. So Jennifer is making bracelets. I think this was around about the Taylor Swift concert time when I made this example. Jennifer was making bracelets and she was selling them on. The materials cost £1.50 and she sells them for £1.70. So what was her percentage profit? Well, first of all, what was her profit? Not a great profit. She's not a great business person, this Jennifer. Her profit was 20 pence per bracelet, but she was just making them for her friends for fun, so it's okay. So it's making a 20p profit. So when I come to use the formula here, there's an issue. We have got pence and we have got pounds. You need to make sure all your numbers are in the same units. So you have a choice, turn them all to pennies or turn them all to pounds. It really doesn't matter, but you have to be consistent and have the same ones. So I'm going to just do it as pounds. Well, I'm going to do it as pennies. So that would be 20p out of 150p that she paid, and then times that by 100. Or actually, I'll show you both ways. Think of it as 20p out of £1.50 times 100, and you'll go to your calculator and type one of those in. You do top divided by bottom, so 2 divided by 15, 20 divided by 15, sorry, times 100 gives us 13.333333. So I think that is safe to say it's 13.3%, or maybe 13% if you wanted to round it. So she has made a 13% profit while selling on these bracelets. So that is my examples. I hope this has helped. I've got a couple more here you could try. 4 more examples there. I'm just going to zoom them in a wee bit more so they're a bit more legible. So there is 4 more examples. These are all just non-calculator ones. I think this is a really good skill to have, particularly if you're going to do National 5 applications at some point, because you have a lot of numeracy skills to do. So you can try them, and then if you pause, there are your answers to those 4. Thanks so much for watching. I hope this has helped. Thank you.